What if a single announcement sent a company's stock soaring nearly 90% in one day? And what if that news wasn't about a new gadget, but a strategic move by one of the most secretive software companies on the planet? Well, in June 2025, that's exactly what happened to a company called SurfOS Mobility. The reason? Palantir Technologies, the data analytics giant, didn't just invest in them. They doubled down on a partnership that could completely change the way we fly. This isn't your typical cash for stock deal. It's a high-stakes trade elite software in exchange for a massive piece of the company. Today, we're unpacking Palantir's bold bet on the future of air travel, a move that gives them almost 20% ownership in a company trying to revolutionize the skies. So, to really get what a big deal this is, you need to know the two main players. First up, you've got Palantir Technologies. This isn't your average tech company. Started by Silicon Valley heavyweights like Peter Thiel, Palantir builds software for clients who can't afford to get it wrong. Think military, spy agencies, and huge corporations. They take massive, messy piles of data and make sense of them. Their software is the digital backbone for some of the most complex operations on Earth. In the other corner is SurfOS Mobility. You might not know the name, but their ambition is huge. SurfOS is all about regional air travel. Think about all those smaller towns and cities that major airlines fly right over. Getting between two smaller cities often means a long drive to a major airport, a layover, and then another flight. It turns a short trip into an all-day headache. SurfOS wants to fix that. They run one of the biggest fleets of Cessna Caravan planes in the US, connecting communities that have been left behind with more direct, affordable flights. But they're not just trying to be another airline. Their real goal is to build the entire operating system for this new kind of flying. That means everything from flight schedules and maintenance to bookings, and the big one, leading the charge to electric and hybrid planes. The problem? Building that future is incredibly expensive and technologically complicated. SurfOS is still a young company, burning through cash. In the first quarter of 2025 alone, they reported a net loss of $18.5 million. They have the vision, but they needed a tech powerhouse to pull it all together without going broke. And that's where Palantir flies in. This is where the story gets really interesting. Palantir isn't just cutting SurfOS a check. Instead, they're paying with their most valuable asset, their software. The deal is a software for equity swap. SurfOS gets its hands on Palantir's top-tier software, specifically its Foundry and Artificial Intelligence platform, or AIP. In return, Palantir gets stock in SurfOS. After buying over 1 million more shares in June 2025, Palantir's stake has jumped to a massive 19.9%. It's a brilliant move for both of them. For SurfOS, it's a total game changer. They get world-class AI tools without a huge cash outlay, which frees up their money for things like upgrading their planes. For Palantir, this is classic them. They are so confident that their software will create value, they're willing to get paid in stock. If SurfOS takes off, Palantir's 19.9% stake could be worth way more than the price of a software license. So, what does Palantir's software actually do for SurfOS? It basically becomes the brains of the whole operation. SurfOS is building its own platform called SurfOS, an AI-powered system for regional flying. Palantir's Foundry and AIP are the engines that make it run. Foundry pulls together all of SurfOS's data, flight schedules, maintenance records, passenger info, weather, into one clear picture. Then, AIP layers AI on top to optimize, well, everything. We're talking about rerouting planes to avoid storms, predicting when a part needs to be replaced before it breaks, and setting ticket prices based on demand. Palantir is providing the digital nervous system for what SurfOS hopes is the airline of the future. This partnership isn't just about one airline. It's a calculated leap into a market that's, well, just begging to be shaken up. The regional air travel market is a huge opportunity, with some analysts expecting it to grow to over $60 or $70 billion by the early 2030s. It's a market built on connecting the dots that the big airlines have, pretty much ignored. For Palantir, this is really a strategic masterpiece. It's a pretty low-cost way to plant their flag in a new industry. They're not just a vendor, they're a part owner now. Their success is tied directly to SurfOS's success. This software for equity model is also, honestly, a fantastic advertisement. If Palantir's AI can make a small airline way more efficient and profitable, just imagine what other industries they might disrupt from the inside. For Surf Air, the stakes couldn't be higher. With Palantir's tech, they actually have a shot at solving the problems that have always crippled regional flying inefficiency and high costs. They're aiming to make their airline operations profitable this year and are targeting over $100 million in revenue for the full year. The AI-driven smarts from SurfOS are really key to hitting those goals. Plus, Surf Air doesn't want to keep this tech to themselves. The long-term plan is to license SurfOS to other small airlines, creating a new high-margin software business. They wouldn't just be an airline, they'd be the tech provider for an entire slice of the aviation world. Now, if you think this sounds like a wild, risky gamble for Palantir, you should know this isn't their first rodeo. In fact, this move fits a pattern they've been building for years. Palantir has an incredibly deep and successful partnership with one of the biggest names in aviation, Airbus. That relationship started back in 2015. Airbus was struggling with production delays for its A350 jet. By using Palantir's software to connect thousands of data points from manufacturing and supply chains, Airbus boosted the A350's production rate by an incredible 33%. That success grew into a platform called Skywise, powered by Palantir, which is now used by over 140 airlines on more than 10,000 planes worldwide. Skywise has been a massive win, proving that Palantir's software can deliver real, game-changing results in aviation, and the pattern doesn't stop there. Palantir is also working with Archer Aviation to help build their electric air taxis and with Lilium to support their electric jets with predictive maintenance. So when you look at it that way, the Surf Air deal isn't random at all. It's the next logical step in Palantir's mission to become the undisputed software backbone for the entire future of flight. So, what does success actually look like here? Picture a future where you can book a cheap, direct flight from a small airstrip near your house to another small town hundreds of miles away, completely skipping the chaos of big airports. That's the future Surf Air and Palantir are trying to build. A huge piece of this puzzle is electrification. Surf Air has an exclusive deal with Textron Aviation to develop hybrid and all-electric versions of their workhorse plane, the Cessna Grand Caravan, with plans to buy up to 150 of them. Electric planes promise to slash operating costs and make flying quieter and cleaner. Palantir's AI platform will be essential for managing these new electric systems, optimizing battery life, and guaranteeing safety. Surf Air has a clear plan. Right now, they're in the optimization phase, using technology to get their current airline to profitability. The next phase, slated for 2026, is expansion. That's when they plan to open new routes and start selling their SurfOS platform to other airlines. If they pull it off, it could create a powerful feedback loop. Smarter operations lead to cheaper flights, which brings in more passengers, which creates more data, which makes the AI even smarter. That in turn makes SurfOS even more valuable to other airlines. Palantir's near 20% bet on Surf Air mobility is so much more than an investment. It's a deep partnership that trades powerful software for a huge stake in the future of how we fly. It's a vote of confidence in a vision for a cleaner, more efficient age of regional travel. By embedding its software at the very core of Surf Air, Palantir is trying to repeat the same playbook it used with giants like Airbus to become the essential operating system for this new market. For Surf Air, it's both a lifeline and a rocket booster, giving them the tech they need to chase their massive goals. It's a high-risk, high-reward play for both companies, and the payoff could be huge. But I want to know what you think. Is Palantir's bet going to take off, or is it in for a bumpy ride? Is this a brilliant long-term strategy or a crazy gamble? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the companies shaping our world.